Yo, people, what's good? Welcome back to Durag Diaries. You already know where it is. Big game today, Europa League settings. As I've been telling everyone, this is our competition to lose. So, you already know, gonna be at the game tonight. Had to make sure I got a preview in nice and early. Shout out to the boy Blacker, always tuned in. Make sure you guys go head over to his channel. New video out, same Roma preview. See what he's got to say over there, as well as if you check out our last video that we've done on Tuesday. On Tuesday? Yeah, we done on Tuesday. So check out on the lives. The man are there. But yeah, man, today, big game at the lane Lowdown. This might be a new show. I'm trying to run up for all the little previews for everything that we're doing. But yeah, man, before we get into anything, as you guys know, we have to help the algorithm. Make sure you just smash a like on the video, show some love. It don't take a second. It don't cost you anything. Just check in and show some love. Smash a like. Share this with your peoples. Most definitely don't forget, because I know if you don't like the video, you might have someone that don't like the video. You might like the video. You know what I mean? Just share it around. Good or bad, all feedback is welcome. I don't mind the hate. Bring it my way. We can go at it. I'll bring the haters on the channel. Tottenham, we can go at it. You know what I'm saying? And then make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you subscribe. New channel, road to 1K. Shit, how could I forget? Where's the banner? Road to 1K subs. We're on 540, 550 right now. So we've got about 50 left. But yeah, Tottenham versus Roma. Now, we all know what happened in the last Europa League game. Galatasaray settings, 33 shots held against our goal. Fraser Forster, Davies, Dragusin. It was just a nightmare all over the place, to be honest. It was a nightmare. We all knew going away to Turkey was going to be a tough game. You just have to watch Galatasaray in Europa League or Champions League over all these years to know it's not a ground that anyone likes to go to. And luckily tonight, we return home. We've got the home. Are you in a tunnel? Oh, shit. Why didn't no one say this is connected to the wrong mic? My guy, big up Love United Hate Ops. It keeps connecting to my... Alright, let me know if that's better now. If that's better now, confirm that for me, Love United. And big up to you because, yeah, that it keeps doing that. It keeps doing that. Before anyone doesn't, everyone just ignores it like, my man's got bad mic. Nah, they have the same pattern, bro. Proper mic settings. Fuck. But big up to you. Big up to Blacker in the building. Yeah, man. See you at the lane, Blacker. Definitely. I'll lock into you when I'm making ways down. We'll definitely link up. But yeah, Roma, we're back at the lane, as I was saying. 7 games, 0 goals conceded in Europe at home. At the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Not White Hart Lane in general, but Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We've got a very good record. Hoping that record can continue tonight. So when I look at Roma and I'm looking at their team, I don't know if you guys know, but I've been doing my research. This is a team they've had 2 managers. They're on their 3rd manager for the season already. They sacked Daniele De Rossi, who came in at the back end of last year. They had a little bit of a push and they improved temporarily off the back of Mourinho leaving, but it wasn't enough. They didn't really do much, and they felt like they needed to go into another direction, so they sacked him. They've now got Claudio Ranieri, and it's going to be one of them ones. It's going to be one of them ones. You know, when a team's in terrible form, I'm hoping Dr. Tottenham doesn't strike today. I'm going to be honest, guys. I am confident. Am I confident against them, Roma, Love United Aos? I am. I'm definitely confident for the game. And I'm growing in confidence as we get closer to it, but I'm also wary. They've not won a game in a long time. They're in bad form. So what does that mean, guys? They're gonna have their best game in the past 2-3 months, or best game of the season is gonna be tonight. It's just what happens. Roma are decent. Dybala, Jords, no doubt about it, Mustafa. Dybala is a problem. Us Tottenham fans know, bro. We wanted him. 2016, 2017, there was a whole Dybala debacle. We thought he was coming to Spurs. We thought he was on the way. Image rights, stop that. Image rights, you know. But at this point, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm afraid of Dybala. I do think that our defense isn't going to be... It's not going to be as strong as I'd like it to be for this game. Obviously, we're going to play the same back line as we did against City, and they were good. They done a very good job against City. We can't take nothing away from them. But ultimately, they're not consistent. We've seen, as I said, against Galatasaray, against AZ Alkmaar, against Karabakh. It was a bit shaky. It was a bit shaky. But Love United, are you confident? Oh, yeah, are Man United fans confident tonight? Because you guys have gone a long time without winning Europe. Like, can you guys say that you're going to win tonight? That's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know. Very confident today. Yeah, me and Black have been very consistent that we think we're winning this trophy. And look, Love United thinks he's going to do it. And I'll pattern you up 100%. I'll pattern you and Mustafa up. You guys are the OGs. You guys will 100% get mod status. That's no doubt. So let me just do that in the background once we'll post this stream. Don't worry about that. No way. But Mickey Moore's not playing. So let me actually give you guys the breakdown on Mikey. I was thinking of Van der Ven there. Mikey Moore's not playing. So at the moment, Mikey Moore's been out of the team for, I think, just over a month. They've said he's had a virus. I don't know if this is COVID or something worse, or I suspect it is something worse because Paul O'Keefe come out again yesterday off the back of Ange Postecoglou's press conference. We're going to go through the press conference in a second. I've got that up. And Paul O'Keefe has come out and said that he's probably going to be missing for another 4 weeks. I think that indicates that there is something seriously wrong with the kid. Now, I hope that this virus isn't long-term and not something like, malaria or something crazy that can really impact your internal, have an impact on your lungs, have an impact on your heart. And I hope genuinely that the kid is okay. I hope there's nothing going wrong like that, and wish him back to the team as soon as possible. If that means him taking longer to come back than another player would, then we need to do that. He's young. He's 16. So he's just turned 17. So we need to give him time. We need to not try rushing back into the team. We've got first-team players like Son, like Brennan Johnson. I had to say that. I didn't say that name with confidence. You guys know by now. I don't say BJ. Pause. I don't say that name with confidence. We really don't be saying that name with confidence because you don't know what to expect. But Bergvall minutes. This is one I would like to see today. I'd like to see Bergvall have a run in a team where the team's actually playing well. I think one of the things that he's been unfortunate for him is the Carabao game. Obviously, he got subbed off real quick because didn't have that chance to make an impact. We went down to 10 men. He needed to come off. He's a sacrificial lamb, rightly so. But then when you look at the next game in AZ Alkmaar, I'm pretty sure he played. We had Bentancur, Madison, and him play that game. And the team played well for the first hour or so, but the last half hour was a bit shaky, a bit back and forth. That game was Mikey Moore's game. He just balled out. It was get the ball to him and he's going to make something happen. And Galatasaray, we know how Galatasaray turned out. Dark settings. If you haven't already, watch the watch along. You don't have to watch the full thing. Just tune in for the minutes of the goals and you can see my reactions in it. I'll put some clips up of that somewhere as well so we can, you guys can skip the full thing and just see like a 10-minute breakdown of that game. But ultimately, I think this game presents a very good opportunity for him to come into the team, show us what he's got. Because in pre-season, like I was speaking to Blacker in our video the other days, he shows a lot on the ball. He shows that he has a lot of ability. I feel like his football IQ is up there. He knows what he's doing, and he must speak to Kulusevski a lot, especially when they're playing together, the Swedish internationals, because I feel like they know what they're doing when they're on the pitch, but sometimes it's the execution that's missing. Now, if he can get the execution up and be a bit more better on the ball, I feel like he needs to be confident. And the confidence comes with game time. Being a young player, first season into the Europa League, first season into the Premier League, it's a big jump for him. So hopefully this game, he feels a bit more grounded and we can take control of the game to allow him to really have an impact. Is that mycoplasma? We have it in Sweet. Okay, Fez. I've never heard of it, but that does sound a bit mad. I generally hope he's all right. Now, prayers out to him. Big up to you, Joshua. This is another real one. Joshua knows. Joshua is a real one. So shout out to him. Bergvall, another one of my smoothest ballers, most definitely. I'm a bit annoyed that we don't have Spence. I would like to see Gray in his actual position. Nail on the head. He hit the nail on the head. That is the one thing I want to see today. When you guys ask, what am I looking forward to today? Archie Gray in CDM. Please, Ange, if you're listening, just play the guy in the role we brought him for. Because real talk, it's been too long. Man's seen him at right back. I saw him get cooked at left back. And look, he's a good player, very good player. You can tell when he's on the ball, the stuff he's doing, the way he's closing down the space. Even just the fact that he can play in multiple positions. He played right back, he's played centre back, he's played left back. Being trusted at that age to play in these multiple positions, it shows. It shows that Ange rates this player. But can we see him in CDM? Can I get that tester? Can we do the litmus test to see whether he's ready? Because right now, no, wait, hold on now. How could I forget? Rodrigo Bentancur is not banned for UEFA, guys. Rodrigo Bentancur is not banned for UEFA. So as much as I'd like to see Gray play CDM, I think it's highly likely we're going to get Bentancur in there. I think Bentancur has to play these games because it's the only way he's going to keep his match fitness up over the next month because he's still got 6 games to go with his ban. I think that brings him back just around Christmas. But in these Europa League games, we're going to need his impact. We're going to need him to play these games. But yeah, no, for real, Love United Hate Ops, you, man, are going to be a dangerous team in the years to come. People are not talking enough about this Swedish side, you know. Like, I remember back in the days when they just had 2 men in the Premier League playing for their team, and that was the right back and left back. I'm pretty sure they were brothers. You Love United Hate Ops, know what I'm talking about. Man like Olsen and them, man. That's what I remember the Swedish team. But now, Gyökeres, you know, they've got Isaac, Kulu, you know, Bergvall. They've got some ballers coming through right now, like serious settings. That front two is 2 of the best strikers in world football. Like, people are deep in that. Sweden is cooking something up. I know people try to mention Norway and them things for Haaland, Odegaard. Nah! That Scandinavian team, we ain't there for them. The Swedish Kings, man, they're rising. The Swedish Kings are most definitely rising. But yeah, man, make sure you hit them likes, sub up to the boy. And if you haven't already, Hotspur Cave, I'm going to just make sure you guys hit that there. You know who that is. It's the man with the... You know these DPs? Serious. If you guys watch anime, you would know these DPs are serious, bro. Blacker don't play games. But yeah, no. Midfield is Bentancur, Maddison, Bergvall, Gray, and right back. Yes, that most definitely will be the starting lineup, I predict. I think Kulusevski might get a rest. I think we'll see Brennan Johnson start again, back out on the right. Timo Werner might get some minutes, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him start and Son dropped. But Solanke's gonna have to be down the middle. But this is a good little midfield. I think he might throw Gray out to left back to give Udogie some rest because he's one of the players that I know is battling with something. He hasn't been match fit for the whole season. I don't know if you guys have noticed for a while now. I'd say the last game was his best performance. But up until then, you can tell he's not really been at it. He's not really been himself. He come back to the season pretty much a week before with all the other internationals, but he had an injury. We remember at the back end last season, we didn't see him, didn't join pre-season because he was injured. So he'd come back late and had not really had that time in pre-season. But yeah, Kulu is R9 back. Do you know what? I have to be shameless, man. Giving him the R9 name was a bit crazy. It was a bit crazy, but I was just feeling myself for the moment, man. I was feeling myself. When we made that signing, you know, it was like him versus Jesus. Who's the real Brazil 9? And I was like, nah, this is R9. Get to know, but most definitely not. He's not back. Unfortunately, Richarlison's he's had such a injury-blighted Spurs career, and it's been unfortunate. I think it's one of those ones where we're going to have to look to get rid of him in the summer because last year was the only year where we had a good season from him and got him for a sustained period. But even then, he was out quite a bit. He's been injury-prone for... This is his 3rd season, all 3 seasons in a Spurs shirt. So, been unfortunate, man. It's been hugely unfortunate for him, but he's a decent player. Lindelof. Mustafa, that one there is shameless. That one there is most definitely shameless. Expecting a massive performance today. These players need to show that the City game wasn't a fluke, most definitely. They need to build upon that City game. Because that's the most key and important thing here for Spurs is we know Spurs, typical Spurs, have a good game. It's up, down, up, down, up, down. Why can't we just get a linear, you know, up there, up there. And, you know, flat out, you can go flat, but then you go up again. It's not Tottenham go up and down too much. That's our problem. There's no linear progress with us as a club. Yes, and not Yari at Brighton as well. It's just a defense. No, most definitely. But if you have the attacks, I feel like for a nation like yours, who's not a powerhouse nation, not one of the big, I don't know, four, you'd say England, Germany, Spain, Italy, in Europe. My name for England in there? Throw England out, man. Portugal getting there. England ain't a big four. They're there by name and power, bruv. They're meaty. Don't support England. I hope you guys know. So don't ever associate me with being an England fan. Do not support England internationals. Trash. But yeah, I'd like Slanky's definitely going to be starting tonight, Joshua. Will Lancashire has the suspension from the last game, just one game, so he'll be out for today, and should be standard procedures today. No doubt, Sweden are definitely the best Scandinavian team. R9, our R9. No, most definitely. No, it was, Love United Ops. It was me. You can go back and see the tweet. I was most definitely the first one to throw the R9 out there when he signed. I was like, welcome to North London, R9. I don't know. Quite a few people see it. It was probably me that started to get that one ringing around. I can't lie. 3-1, changing it to 2-0. I'd love to see another clean sheet. If we can get a clean sheet, then that'd be amazing. Not too confident of it, but I'm just hoping for an entertaining game tonight because I want to see a proper back and forth end to end. On United are one of the few teams undefeated in Europa League. Shameless, bro. What are we doing here now? What are we doing here now? This is shameless stuff. Because how many wins is in that unbeaten? How many? I'm sure you guys maybe got one win. Is it like 3 draws? You man are doing up. You man are doing up what settings, bro? 0 wins. Come on, man. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just getting. All right, we're sharing the screen. We're getting to it because now we're gonna go through. Look, man just said undefeated, broski. Undefeated. But now, smash the likes. Big up to you and big up to everyone inside, man. Let's get the likes up. As you know, it helps the algorithm. And we could go invincible in this competition. You could. I highly doubt it. I would say who you man got tonight. Let me know who you got tonight, and I'll give you my prediction for that game. But let's talk about this because obviously this will give us the most up-to-date news. Football London. If you guys don't know about them, make sure you go over there because that's pretty much anything for any London club. They got the most up-to-date news, press conferences, everything. Ali Gold is the Tottenham correspondent. But I'm not going to read everything out because it will be a bit long, but I'm just going to skip through the questions, give a brief summary of what's going on. And to start with Vicario's injury, a bit of a shock, he's saying. Well, you guys can read this. We can read this together. There's no point in me here reading it out for you. We're all got, I'm pretty sure we're all old enough and done our English GCSEs. If you haven't already, this is good practice. If you haven't, guys. The fact he played 6 minutes for a fractured ankle. I want to know what the Fabrizio Romano tweet was. Because Fabrizio Romano, if you guys don't know, Fabrizio Romano put out a tweet yesterday basically to say Spurs will not sign a goalkeeper in January. We've got our full trust in Fraser Forster. Now, I haven't seen the specific quote, and that's why I'm trying to read through and actually look at this. But my understanding is that he's misquoted that. My understanding is that Spurs, Ange said, was Tottenham will not panic into signing a goalkeeper as we have our full trust in Fraser Forster. But that doesn't mean in January we're not going to improve. It was already looked at in the summer that Spurs wanted to bring in another backup goalkeeper. We just didn't find I'm not going to say we didn't find the time, but we obviously just didn't get it done in that window. Now, with this Vicario injury, it highlights the bigger problem that we need to bring them in. And there is, and now a priority to make that happen as soon as possible. So I definitely think we'll sign someone. I'm just trying to get out to the fact of what Ange Postecoglou said specifically. But look, you'll see the same Spurs you see every game, mate. Chapeau on the accent. You'll see the same Spurs you see every game, mate. No. Going out there trying to play our football, trying to be the best we can. Sometimes that doesn't work out. It worked out for us in a couple of games this year. We know that, and it's something we need to improve. At the same time, there's been more good than bad. If you're looking at for likely outcomes, I'll say good. We've had flat spots and we're working through, but I don't discount the football we've played either. I think we've played some outstanding football. For me, it's just about progress, and I keep saying it. We're a better side than we were last year. We want to keep improving, and if we keep improving, then the errors, there are gaps, will slowly overcome. Now, to all my Ange outers, Ange haters, whatever you guys are, let me know what your thoughts are on that, because I think we've improved since last year. Some people say the results say otherwise, but as you say, look at performances. As the manager say, you've got to look at what's going on the pitch. On the pitch, attacking, I can get the stats up if you guys want, but I'm sure you guys have seen already. Tottenham are one of the best attacking teams in the league. The numbers don't lie. The expected goals don't lie. The amount of shots, the amount of shots on opponent's goal don't lie. The amount of final third entries don't lie. The XG don't lie. Like, we're doing everything right, and I'm just setting us up in the right way to break teams down and know how to get at them. The problems that we're having right now are when we can't be clinical, or when we're having to break down a low block against teams that are just letting us play football. That's where we're having problems. But outside of that, when teams like Manchester City are going to play football against us and they open up, we're always going to break them down. We've got so much better at that this season in keeping the ball, retaining it, being a bit more controlled in our attacks. I think at times it has been basketball, but as the season goes on, I'm seeing the team be more controlled. But Bodo Glimt, don't write off Bodo Glimt. Don't write them off, because I'm pretty sure this is the same team that smacked up Jose Mourinho's Roma last season. Yeah, Europa Conference League settings. I'm pretty sure this is that same team. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm a betting man. I'm not gonna lie, I am a betting man. So, I'm gonna go look at them, because I'm pretty sure that they've won a few of their games. I'm pretty sure they've won a few of their games in the Europa League. But let me just double check before I start, throwing out some things out there that ain't true. Let's get this up. Oh, Bodo Glimt. We will not sign a new goalkeeper in January. We trust Fabian Forster Vicario will be out for months, but our plan doesn't change. Yeah. Do you know what? Is that true? I haven't. If that's the exact quote, then forgive me if I'm wrong. I've just been looking at things on Twitter, and I'm trying to get to that quote soon. But if he has said that, we've shown full faith in Fraser Forster, he's doing this stubborn thing too much. He's being the guy that just doesn't admit when they're wrong. I keep the same energy on streams. You guys always hear me. I get on to other people about keeping the same energy. But there is a point of when you just need to say, you know what, bro? I was wrong. We all get to that point. You have to say it at times. And if he's not going to go out there and admit that Fraser Forster is not the guy to, he's not the guy. Like, he's not the guy to be in goal for us. He's not the guy to play out from the back. I don't really know what Ange is doing here. I'll be honest. I really don't know what Ange is doing here. Forster has barely played now, and we have to rely on him for some massive games. It's just going to cause a stir up with the fans. And yeah, this is the thing. Like, it's showing a bit of regression in the terms of mentality. Like, Tottenham, what are we doing here? It's the same thing when I'm hearing about Ben Davies sign a new deal. What are we doing here? We're 12 years into 11 years, into Ben Davies being at this club, and he's not improved. He's not had a standout season. I can't look back on 1 year and say, yeah, that was Ben Davies' year. I can just say he's been a bit part player his whole career at Spurs. He's contributed at times and had some very good games at times. 1 or 2 good games a season. Apart from that, he's just not good enough. But yeah, man, Forster's arse. Fraser Forster's arse. If we're talking 4 years ago, Fraser Forster, he was a top shot stopper. I was going to say a top shotter. So, That's not the same Forster though. That isn't the same Forster. But let's get back to it. Ranieri being 73 is crazy. Ranieri still managing at 73 is crazy. I know it's his last year. I know he's not going to be going much onwards from here. He's sort of said that like once once this season's over, he's taking a job above board doing some football director stuff. But bro, 73 and still working, like. Has man not gone down better to do a yard, like? Calm down, bro. Like, have you not got a wife at yard waiting for you? You know what? I shouldn't even say that because he is fairly old. His wife might not be with him no more. So I hope everything is good for him at home. But look, here's the quote that he said about Fraser Forster, I suppose. That's why you're confident that Fraser Forster can step up. That's why he's here. He's already played in the Carabao Cup and a couple of European games. That's the reason we played him and why he's in the squad. He's ready to go. These are just a lot of silly questions, to be honest. Not anything that I'm trying to see. Here we go. Here we go. This is exactly what we were looking for. Look, now this was the quote, and this is what I mean that he's been misquoted. The question wasn't, will you sign a goalkeeper in January? The question was, will you look to sign a free agent goalkeeper? Now there's some context. That's not going to happen. That's why we've got a squad of players here. I don't think us signing a free agent now is going to help us. If I hadn't named Fraser in the Europa squad, then geez, that would have been a radical decision. And you are left with two. Again, they wouldn't be able to play in Europe. Then you kind of look at it. Unless something else happened, that's why we've got our 4 goalkeepers. There's young Luca, but to be fair, he's been injured, so he's not really ready. Fraser I've known for a long time, and he's such a strong character within the group and ready to play. And Alfie's been at the club a while. Guys, are you deep in it? Deep last sentence. Deep that last sentence, because any Spurs fans know this Alfie Whiteman, has been nicking a living. You talk about academy boys that have just been third team, like 4th, 3rd, 5th choice goalkeepers his whole life. He's done a few loans. Man even went on loan to like a team in Australia. Couldn't get a move yet. Man said, this how much and rates the kid. Because look, first of all, there's young Luke. So he's not really ready. That's something, there's just something you can add. Like, he's giving him a little praise. Brandon's in all the time. But Alfie, man like Alfie, he's been at the club for a while. That no, man, it is funny. But look, just going a bit further down, he does address the actual January transfer window. So, does the goalkeeper situation change anything in the January transfer window? Not again, not from what's happened now. We've got an injury, and I think any club that gets a significant injury in their goalkeeper kind of assesses where they are at. It's not just another injury, but at the same time, like I said, it is just one injury. We've been dealing with setbacks for a while. There's a lot of work. We talk about depleted squads. We had 2 schoolboys on the bench at the weekend. We've been very shallow for quite a while, but I highlight it every week. It doesn't dismiss the fact we kind of learn to deal with these things. And this is another challenge for us. January, we're always working towards the next window of what the best scenario is for us. And a lot of that will depend on where we are at from a squad perspective and the game's perspective. Just this injury doesn't change any big plans for January. Okay. I mean, I'm not happy. I'm going to go out there and say it. Just, be very straight up and blunt about it. I'm not happy about it. I feel like we should have signed a goalkeeper. Like I said, in summer, we looked at a goalkeeper. And if we're going to go into this window again and not sign a goalkeeper, it'd be very naive. Very naive of us. It's clear to see Fraser Forster is past it. My man dives in slow motion, trying to get some cap cut, little picture settings, moving like Aaron Ramsdale. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I heard that we was looking at young goalkeepers like James Trafford. We're trying to bring in someone that is English or homegrown, you should say, so it adds to our quota, which is a fair assessment. Again, these are two of the players that me and Blacker mentioned. Man like James Trafford and Gavin Bazunu from Man City, both Man City Academy graduates. They're good young goalkeepers that can come into the squad and contribute from being second goalkeeper. They're never going to be ready for first at the moment, but they're very young and they can still add to our team. They're currently both at, I believe, Burnley, and Bazunu might be at Southampton still. I'm pretty sure he's at Southampton. So yeah, like there's decent young goalkeepers around. We just need to go out there and make it happen. I need Jords X Sava content on this channel. You know what? Me and Sava have actually been trying to cook something up for a while. We do disagree on a lot, so it will be a fiery show. But I have more than... it's not all about agreeing, man. We're all about debating. He knows this stuff about football, so you can't take nothing away from Sava. And I'd love to. I'd love to bring him on the channel and we can go through some of the stuff about Spurs, you know, because I'm seen as more positive. He's seen as a bit more negative. But ultimately, we're both Spurs fans with different opinions, and we all want our best for the club. So definitely, we're going to look to make that happen at some stage. And I'm definitely going to try and make that one. Jords Expressions, don't get me wrong, that's a dream, man. That's a dream. Expressions guy I've been watching since I was 15, 16, probably. Bro, he's been in this game for nearly 10 years, man. He's been going in this game for a very long time, and Expression's been around for a long time. So that's the guy I aspire 100% to be streaming with. And one day we're going to make it happen. One day I'm going to catch him at the lane. We're going to link up and we're going to be locked in. There's no doubt about that. Can't lie. Ange has officially lost his mind. You might be right. You might be right. Ange may have lost his mind. My prediction. All right, you know, let me stop sharing my screen because we already quite clearly addressed that Ange has some mental issues at the moment, and it's not making him think clearly about the goalkeeper situation. So I think within a week or two of just being refreshed, maybe, you know, just he needs some air, man. He needs some air. He needs to he needs something, bro. He needs something just to make sure to refresh his mind. I'm hoping that Johan Lang just says, "No, bro, I'm dealing with this one. Don't even worry," because sometimes the recruitment team needs to come in and just brush the manager to the side and let him know that, look, we make the decisions here. And that would be one of the times I'm more than advocate for it, because Fraser Forster is not the guy. But predictions. If you guys want to know what I'm feeling for tonight, it's not going to be a clean sheet. I'll say that. I think it's going to be a game with goals. I'm thinking 2-1, 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1. But 2-1, 3-1. I think it's going to be in between that scoreline. Not too high goal scoring, but they're going to score. We're going to win the game. And whatever the scoreline is, it's just as long as we win. We need to make sure we get the job done. That's the most important thing today. Bouncing back from the Galatasaray game, showing the team that, look, with this second string team, we can still perform, and building upon that Man City performance. I feel like we just need that confidence boost, and this is one of them. Because, you know, we got Fulham at the weekend, Sunday settings, straight off the back of Europa League. We know the schedule does kill us at times, and this is going to be one of them ones where we want to get the game done early. If we can get a 2-0 lead and then bring on a few players, make the changes, so we can... Some of our players are going to need rest because we haven't even got the squad. We're not even doing chop and change and thing right now. We've got like the same 10, 11 players that are going to be involved in this one. Expect a big performance from Solanke today. He's impressed massively. I just want him to pick up a few more goals. Yeah, that is it. That is it, Blackheart, because I've been really impressed with his all-round gameplay. I think Solanke's been really good off the ball, especially off the ball. I think he does more work than anyone in our team. But ultimately, he's a striker. He needs to score goals. He needs to be putting the ball in the back of the net. But we need to make sure that we're creating chances for him. I'd say it's definitely been unfortunate that out of most of our players, he's not had that many opportunities on the ball or in front of goal. He just doesn't get them that much. So this is one of the games where I feel like we'd look to get the ball to him quite often so he can have an impact and, again, build some confidence. Because I don't think he is down in confidence at all, because I feel like he knows his role in the team and he plays it very well. But as a striker, you want goals to be able to give you that little bit of boost going into every game, and, you know, that untouchable feeling that I'm getting into this game, I'm scoring a goal when I get it, no matter what. You need goals to get you to that point. In a coma, never seen you in a stream before, so big up to you. Do you think we could play a false nine for the Roma game because of the lack of strikers? No, no. I don't think Ange is the type of manager to adjust his system like that anyway, for these types of games, especially in the nine. I don't think he's going to adjust the system, bringing in a nine to make him drop deep when, for one, we only have one nine. We only have Solanke at the moment. The only other guy you could put into that role is Son. Lancashire's not available. Richarlison's not available. Some people say Brennan Johnson's a number nine. I think maybe at championship level, not at the level we need him to be. So I don't think we have any other options other than Solanke to play in this game. And Solanke's job, as you guys know, is more important than just putting the ball in the back of the net, as we spoke about. So yeah, I don't think false nine is going to be where it's at for him. I think 2-0 is fair. We have to get them from early. No, we definitely do, man. We have to get them from early. Love United hate ops 2-2. Look, man, he hates the ops for real. He's just. Why are you throwing that energy out there, bro? Why can't you just show us some love one day? Just be like, yeah, do you know what? Spurs are winning today, man. Spurs are winning today. A win today means we only need a draw for auto qualification. So yeah, it's a must win. I won't accept a draw. No, most definitely. Ange pointed it out in his press conference. That's one thing I did see, was getting this win in this game allows us to not play 2 games in the new year. We don't want to be finishing in the 8th to 16th because we're not that team. We need to make sure we're establishing the level of where we are at. And the higher we finish, the lower team we're probably going to face. So let's aim for that number 1 spot. We're going to show people this is our trophy. And yeah. Just like he said, you love United hate ops. Top 5 and a trophy. Top 5 and a trophy. Because that's what it is. I feel like Spurs need to make sure that we're finishing in top 5. Top 4 ideally, but if we can finish in Europa League or get to that point of the season where we're going to have to start choosing where we're putting our focus, I'd put the focus in Europa League. We need to win a trophy. I don't feel like there's any more excuses as to why we're not going to win trophies or why we're going to delay it or why. Go out there and get the business done. My manager says he does it in his 2nd season. Show me. Show me. I only show that love when Man United play Liverpool or Arsenal, my rivals. I hear it. I do hear it, most definitely. I mean, it's one of them ones, isn't it? We all got them certain teams we get up for, and those are the games that Man United fans would get out for the most, especially, you know, the online rivalry. There was never really a rivalry between Man United and Arsenal like that until it went online. And well, I suppose back in the day, you know, 20 years ago, there was a little rivalry, Wenger Fergie times. But after that, they're not really been battling around the same things. But I suppose the online thing. Didn't Kulu and Sarr play false 9 at the end of the season? He did play Kulu in a false 9, but that was because, again, we didn't have a striker. So when Richarlison wasn't there and he didn't want to play Son in the middle, he's tried Kulu in the false 9. We saw that at the start of this season as well. Before Solanke joined in pre-season, Kulu done a lot of work in that false 9, but he's not a false 9, man. You could see you need to get Kulu on the ball. If you push him too far up the pitch, you're going to take him out of the game. And he's not going to be getting on the ball that much. He can drop in deep, but even in the false 9 role, you still need to be one of the highest, you know, one of the players that are higher pushed up, you know, and you're going to be occupying spaces similar to the number 10. So if you're going to have him and Maddison playing in the same pitch as a false 9 and a 10, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. I feel like if you are going to play Kulu in an alternative position to you put him on the right, where he can play the inside forward role like he did against City, and he's drifting free roam across that front line, or you put him just behind in that 10 role where Maddison doesn't play because he's performing in a better way. Top 5, not in the top 4. No, 100%. We want to get the top 4. The aim is always the top 4, but I think the top 5 is just realistic to accept at this moment in time, realizing, look, no Vicario and no Van der Ven, no Romero. We got a lot of injuries right now. Same as last season. This is exact same period last season where we caught 4 or 5 injuries and our team started to fall off. And ultimately, we need to just make sure that this doesn't happen this season. We didn't sign that many players to prevent it from happening. So squad depth-wise, we're not that deep. But the team's improved. So I expect, and that's my thing, I expect that we will make the top 4 this season. We have to make up for it. Mustafa, take sit for the FA Cup for Amarin. Do you know what? That would be a very good first. What Ten Hag did last year. Ross Clark. Sorry, my screen just went mad. Start opening up there. He's finished above what Ten Hag did last year, and he's matched him already and got an FA Cup. So that'd be huge. That'd be huge. I don't think that's going to happen, though, Mustafa. I'll be real. I think Man United's going to be battling in and around the 6th or 7th. You may finish, but I don't think you're winning anything this season. I have to be real. Yeah, that's Hotspur Cave touching on what I said. Never had a rival with Spurs fans until this internet thing became a thing, and your fan base are crazy. I actually don't think our fan base is crazy. I'd say throughout my time being on the internet, you know, podcasting and so on, we have a very humble fan base. I feel like our fan base is too humble at times. And I'm the guy that's trying to lead the fans to give us some chest, you know. There's far too many Spurs fans. Like, I'm not going to throw names out there and bring people down, but there's a lot of Spurs fans out there that just like to talk about the club in a bad way, and you know, talk about how we're not as big as this club, we're not this, we're not that. No, we are we categorically one of the biggest clubs in world football. We make more money than any club in world football. We have a massive stadium. I'm not being Daniel Levy right now, but we have all the tools to be a huge club apart from the trophies right now on the team. So I'm going to treat my team like a big club and just hope that the owners can go out there and back my word on it. I'll be at the game. So, Jords, I'm going to get ready. Catch you in the next show. 100%, bro. I'll catch you on the next show real soon. I'm going to definitely catch you later at the game. Mustafa set us back, but I want to win Europa and one of those cups. Winning Europa League would be Man United's aim, and it should be your aim because that will what take you into the Champions League again. We know Man United haven't had much luck in the Champions League as of recent, but I know Ruben Amorim's a very good manager, and if he can put all his eggs into that Europa League basket, that would be the smartest option for you guys this season. So if Ange doesn't win a trophy and get top 5, you want him out? Yes, I think that's very fair to say. If he doesn't meet my expectations of improving this season factually, because if you finish 6th and you don't win anything, that is categorically us taking a step back. I'm not all for taking step backs. Like I said, I want to see linear improvement, or if at least we're going to stagnate, we're going up and stagnating at a level. We're not going up and then coming down. So if we finish 5th and we get a trophy, that's up. But even just 5th, and it's a better 5th position than last year, then we can discuss. We can see how the season finishes and, you know, see where Ange is at that point, performance-wise and everything else. But ultimately, we need to improve. We need to improve. I know, I was lagging. It cut me out for a second. What have you won to be humble? What do you mean? What have you won to be humble? You don't win stuff to be humble. You're naturally just humble with your club, innit? But we definitely won stuff. We definitely won stuff. I mean, just go check the history, bro. Go check the history. This competition's mine, bro. What you want about? You want to talk about Europa League? You talk about Spurs. You want to talk about European football in England? You talk about Spurs. The first team to win a European trophy in England. Yes, that's us. Don't get twisted now. People been losing their minds. They don't know the facts. Some of you guys are too young to know, but Tottenham brought Europe to this country, bro. We brought Europe here. We introduced you, man, to these international trophies. We said, we can do it. We showed you, man, how to walk. Now everyone wants to run and act like we ain't the originals. Don't get twisted now. Don't get twisted. As Joshua said, do your history lessons. If you want a history lesson and guys want me to do it, I really will run up a show, you know, because I feel like there's too much disrespect on Spurs, trophies, and history. If people want me to run up a historic show, I'll go into the archives and we can talk about it. I'll give you, man, a background and I'll give you, man, a rundown on our history. We'll do the lane Lowdown for real. Bill Nicholson, man's coming out. You know, then we're there. Start talking about, man, like Pat Jennings. You know about them, man. You know about them, man. Come on, man. I know my shit. I know my shit. Trust me. First to do a domestic double. They don't know, Joshua. They don't know, bro. They don't know. You see Andrew's quote about playing from the back? He's not asking the world from keepers and did encourage players not to pass to them. Yeah, I did see his quotes. That was actually just a bit further up when we were reading through them. And I briefly read through it. I didn't actually read it out fully because it was quite a long-winded paragraph. But basically, what he did say was that, fucking hell, what's that called? Oh, me. Yeah, pretty much what he said was that he doesn't expect us to be playing out from the back consistently, and the keepers. And it's one thing that's key about Ange's system is players need to use their own initiative. That's basically what he said. At times, players just need to be smarter on the ball. They need to use their own IQ, not be playing it back to the goalkeeper so often. I feel like with players like Dragusin and Davies, because they're not so confident playing the ball forward, they will come back to the goalkeeper and they will pass back to them quite often because it's the safest option. And in the Ange system, it's all about ball retention. It's all about making sure we keep that ball, but being dangerous with it at the same time. So I think it's just players need to use their own initiative at times and be a bit smarter on the ball. But yeah, I did see those comments in a coma. Son is 1 assist away from having the most in Spurs history. That's crazy. That's crazy. And not enough spoke about it because not just Spurs history. Whenever we see all these stats thrown out, oh, look what Salah's doing since Salah joined the league there. Since Salah joined the league there. Son's up in these conversations, you know. Son's been doing his thing, bro. I know he's 9-10 years into Premier League now, but he's going down as one of the most bona fide goal scorers in Premier League history, bro. That's a real top finisher right there. A real Jenner. A real Jenner. I said, what century was that? Bro, last century, man. They weren't that long ago. It weren't that long ago. It was in, I'd say, our lifetimes, but it's parents' lifetimes. You know what I mean? That counts. Oh, Blacker, that's mad now. Di Maria, one Champions League assist of matching CR40. What's the 4-7? I'm gonna need to know that one. Unless you meant to do that or didn't mean to do that. What's CR47? Look, he's putting it in there. Had to come back when I heard we don't have to, bro. Just had to throw it in there to let them know, innit? You know them way there. Just let throw it in there. Yeah. You know the funniest thing is, up until about 20 years ago, I'm pretty sure Tottenham had, if not the most FA Cups, second most FA Cups in England. There wasn't, I think Man United was behind us. Arsenal might have been the only team ahead of us, but we was up there. Like Tottenham have been winning these trophies. It's obviously being real, just giving you guys the real honest thing. The past 25 years or past 35, I'll take it back to 95 because that's where it's been strong. It's just been, the past 30 years just hasn't been great. We all know Liverpool had a bad 30-year period, so who's to say we ain't come back? 30 years is over. We're winning the trophy this year and we're back. Son Heung Messi. I can't even lie. Sonaldo, man. The Sonaldo one just it's too, it rolls off the tongue too easy. Plus he's got the number 7, you know what I mean? But Ops guy, you act like football was only in the 2000s, lad. Yeah, man. Do you know what it is though? United fans would be like that. We have to be honest, Joshua, yeah. Even though they was huge before, no one's gonna take nothing away from them. They've had their most successful period in football since the 2000s. So more than understandable that the majority of their fans are going to talk about this and they're going to focus on this period of time. But if there was a historic club and they had history, they would talk about it that much, like back in the day type of thing. Like Chelsea fans, they don't talk about history. They only talk about the 2020s, talk about the Roman era, because that's all they have. I'm not saying that about United, though. I'm not saying that about United. Love United. So you have history. Just saying your best era was more recent. So you're going to focus on your best era. That's my point. But didn't mean 47. No, it makes sense. Blacker, you have no history. The history of the Tottenham is to win nothing. Apparently so. That's what Chiellini said, but we're going to get his country down tonight. Get them done, yeah? Welcome to Tottenham. That's what we're going to be calling it, man. When we hit them for 4, we hit them for 4 tonight, and we do 4P, 4-4. Yeah, really Tottenham. That's what we're going to start calling it. Liverpool only just matched us in FA Cups. That's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Tottenham haven't won an FA Cup in 35 years or whatever. And teams are still catching up, just catching up now. Like, come on, man. Come on, guys. That shows you guys enough about the history and them things there, yeah? That shows you guys enough. But nah, let me quickly talk about the game a bit more, because I know we've just been getting distracted talking about things. It's been good. I ain't really done a midday stream in a while, so I'll make sure I run these up. Fuck, you know, we can't talk. I'll make sure I run these up more often for you guys, so we can really just check in, you know, tap in, and I start doing some more videos, because I know I've been lazy. Whenever it comes to going on other people's channel, it's yeah, I'm live. When it comes to make my own ones, just be a bit lazy. It's the thumbnails, man. It's the thumbnails. Today might not have a thumbnail, but that's all good, man. We're here. But inshallah, we have future glory too. Yeah, man. Look, inshallah, we all have glory. Just hope that mine is a bit more than yours. That's all I'm saying. But I hope you get some too, bro. We all need to be happy. No, I know. I need to be more consistent, man. I know I need to be more consistent. So we're going to be keeping up. I think this is 3 streams this week. Tomorrow we'll be come back. I might. When I get back from the game tonight, depending how the game goes, depending how good it was. If it was really good and there's something to talk about, I'll come back and do a stream at like 10, or say 10:30. Probably be more like 11, late night stream. If you guys are around, make sure you check in. Road to 1K, let's get it. No, for real. Road to 1K, let's get it. Black, I'll hit you up in a message. But yeah, road to 1K, let's get it. Tottenham versus Roma. I think my predicted lineup, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be Forster in goal. Gonna have Gray out on right back, like Joshua said. It will be Davies, Dragusin in the middle with Udogie on the left-hand side. Bentancur will be in the middle. I think he's going to go with Bentancur, Sarr, Madders. Sorry. Yeah. I think he goes Bentancur, Bergvall, Madders, Brennan Johnson, Werner, Solanke up top. And I'm going to predict us for a 3-1 win. Most definitely 3-1 win. And I think it's going to be a convincing game. I think we're going to get them down, get the job done early, and professional performance in the second half. So yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, though, man. It has been a good stream. One of my best streams, to be honest. It's been nice for the chat to be really tuned in, chatting. Make sure you guys sub to the channel, because if you want to come to another show, you've got to get the notification. So slap the sub, tap the notification bell if you want to make sure you're up to date to all my videos. If you haven't already, just drop a like on it, man. We're aiming for 20 likes on this one. We're being real humble, real short. Just slap a little 20 likes on here. If you got a second account, you can throw another like on there. 2 likes for you, 2 for 1 dose. We don't mind. But no, man, big up for all the love. Big up to everyone that has been tuned inside. Love United, Hate Ops, Mustafa, Mukaro, Joshua, Blacker, Hotspur Cave, Incoma. Yeah, man, big up to everyone inside. And regarding the people I said I was going to make mod, I'll do that straight after the stream. So when you guys tune back in, you'll know who you are. Everyone, man, big up for tuning in. Big love. It's been another episode of